Afternoon, welcome to Adventures with Jeff. Well, this is an adventure. I'm going to try filming YouTube videos from my boat. I mean, that sounds like I've made it, but it's a Pelican canoe, and I've got a very steep hill to launch it down. I would have filmed walking it all the way over here, but I was on the phone. But isn't it cool that I can bring all my stuff down with me and carry a boat and be on the phone at the same time? So let's get this launched. This is not an easy thing to film. And then I'll pick up with you when we get down to the water. Right, there we go. Look, the boat is now down the hill. You can see the ramp that I've come up there. Just got to get myself down the hill without falling over. And then we're into the water. Good, that's gone relatively okay. Don't know how I'm going to get the boat back up, but... Okay, I'm on the river, I'm floating. There's a Chinook coming over, I can hear it. I'm going to try and film that before we go down the rapids. I'm going to move the boat a bit first. Right, let's see if this actually works then. So, I am filming on my tripod. And I've got totally the wrong paddle because my proper paddle was actually lost in a flood, but that's a story for another day. I feel like the camera could do with going further away from me. I don't know how possible that is because it's mounted on the bar, which is in the middle of the boat. We're working our way up the river. I'm hoping any minute now I'm going to do a phone call with Richard from Challenge the Road. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, welcome to the Adventures with Jeff channel. I might just flip the camera around. So, I've chosen the River Team in Worcestershire. And as I said, I'm in I think it's a 15-foot Pelican boat. We're just going to work our way up the river a little bit. If I go down the river, I end up in Worcester. If I go up the river, sort of head towards Tenbury Wells. So, join me for a little paddle. I'd rather be on my paddle board, to be honest. I'm more control with a paddle board, but I'm okay with the boat. But this is not actually my boat. This is my brother's boat. And if you cast your minds back to the early days of the Jeff channel, the idea was to a bit rapidy here. It's not very deep. The idea was, oh wow, I'm touching the bottom. The idea was to sell a canoe and then trade up and get a Porsche. But a number of things happened. One, COVID basically. COVID came along. And COVID made me completely reappraise where my values were at. And made me realise that actually I didn't want the Porsche anyway. Second thing happened, I did sell my canoe. Try not to bash my paddle on the side of the boat for the microphone noise. Right, it's deeper water now. I did sell my canoe. I got £375 for it. Had I waited, I mean, if I'd known there was a global pandemic coming and everybody was going to want to buy canoes, it would have been worth close to £1,000. So the channel was like immediately off to a pretty shoddy start. But never mind, none of that really matters now. What matters is this, actually. Look at that view. Yeah, this is a nice little Friday afternoon video. What I'll do is I'll tuck into a little bank and then we'll get Richard from Challenge the Road on the phone for a video on the main channel. Yeah, I believe Richard's just bought himself a new car after getting rid of his Porsche Taycan, and I want to talk to him about that. And Richard's always got something interesting to say. Richard's a good guy, one of the good eggs, works in telecoms and wants to talk to me about why my mobile phone never works. Personally, I think all of the reasons that my phone doesn't work are much more conspiratorial than Richard is happy to admit. Just like I did with the MacMaster, I'll bring Richard over to the conspiracy side of things and help him to see that the various goings on in the world are not deliberate and not accidental and not unconnected. It's all deliberate, it's all planned, it's all very much interlinked. Unlike my paddle, which is not interlinked, because this is the paddle for my paddle board, not my canoe. And it didn't work all that well. I suppose it's working well enough at the minute, isn't it? It's just good to be out on the water. Cool, how are you? How's your day been? Everything all right? I might do a live broadcast on YouTube. Do a live broadcast. I did kind of want to come out here to see if this was possible. Let's do it. I'm going to plug in my battery back and I'll live broadcast for a little bit. Right, I've done my live stream, been up the river, been out for a few hours. Only thing left to do is get the boat back up the bank, which, as I said, is a lot steeper than it looks. I'm going to film this because this is going to be interesting. That'll work. Not too bad. Oh, cool. You won't know this because you haven't seen, but I've got a broken tripod. I might be thinking, Jeff, how did you break your tripod? I ran over it with a crisis Sebring last summer. Right, it's beer time. I'm going to the pub. So it is actually a fairly portable canoe, even though it's big, but I can't film at the same time.